They told you to stay down. They told you to stay quiet. They told you to accept your place in the shadows. And maybe, for a moment, you almost believed them. Maybe, for a moment, you thought they were right. But then, something inside you shifted. Something inside you snapped. And in that silence, in that darkness, you realized the truth. They didn't silence you. They awakened you. They didn't break you. They built you. And now you're not just a survivor. You are the storm they fear. You remember those nights, don't you? The nights where the weight of the world crushed your chest and you prayed, just for the pain to stop. You remember the mornings where you looked in the mirror and didn't even recognize yourself. They thought that was the end of you. But they were wrong. That was the rebirth. That was the moment the fire began. Here's what they never understood. When they left you in the dark, you didn't just sit there. You listened, you learned, you sharpened yourself in silence. You stood there, surrounded by betrayal and lies, and you let it cut you open. But instead of bleeding out, you built armor. Instead of breaking down, you grew sharper. They thought your silence meant defeat, but silence has always been the preparation before the storm. And when you rose, you didn't rise the same. You rose colder, smarter, stronger. You rose with eyes that see through every mask, with patience that no one can shake, with strength that no enemy can match. Think about it. Every insult they threw at you, fuel. Every door they slammed, motivation. Every time they doubted you, you turned it into fire. They were so busy laughing at your struggle that they didn't notice what you were becoming. And now, when they look at you, they don't see weakness. They see the reflection of their own failure. Because nothing terrifies a betrayer more than the sight of the one they tried to destroy still standing. Nothing haunts the guilty more than watching you build a life without them. And nothing crushes the arrogant more than realizing the person they buried has become unstoppable. Do you feel that shift, that chill that runs through your bones when you realize you're no longer who you once were? That's the storm. That's the strength that silence gave you, and they can't take that away. But let me remind you, storms aren't only about destruction. Storms also cleanse. They strip away the weak, the fake, the useless, until only the unshakable remains. That's why you're dangerous now. You no longer need to fight small battles. You no longer care about proving yourself to people too blind to see your worth. Your very existence is proof. Your scars are proof. Your silence is proof. And still, they whisper. They lie. They tell stories about you, trying to twist the truth. But let them. Because while they're stuck in their cycle of gossip and weakness, you've risen into something greater. They will never admit it, but you scare them. You scare them because you don't flinch anymore. You don't react, you don't beg. You walk through fire as if it's nothing. And here's the secret. They're not afraid of what you've done. They're afraid of what you've become. They see it in your eyes. They hear it in your silence. They feel it in your presence. That calm strength that cannot be shaken. That's what terrifies them. Picture this for a moment. You standing in front of them, not shouting, not fighting, just standing. Calm, unmoved. They'll shake more than if you raised your voice, because power doesn't always scream. Sometimes power whispers. Sometimes power is the storm that waits, watching, knowing it doesn't need to move fast. It moves when it chooses, and when it does, nothing can stop it. They thought they had power when they mocked you. They thought they had control when they betrayed you. But the truth is this: they gave you everything you needed to become dangerous. They gave you the fire. They gave you the discipline. They gave you the storm. And now you are beyond their reach. They can't touch you. They can't control you. They can't stop you. Because storms don't ask. Storms don't wait. Storms arrive and everything in their path has no choice but to bow or break. So let them fear. Let their guilt eat away at them. That's not your burden anymore. Their regret is their punishment. Your strength is your reward. And you, don't waste your time looking back. Don't waste your energy proving them wrong. You don't need to. The fact that you're still here, breathing, rising, building, that is proof enough. Every day you live with discipline, every step you take in silence, every battle you win without bragging, that is the revenge. Because while they are trapped in their weakness, you are building something eternal. They tried to bury you, but they forgot. You are the seed. They tried to burn you, but they forgot. You are the fire. They tried to drown you, but they forgot. You are the storm. So rise. Rise with the scars on your skin and the fire in your soul. Rise with the calm of silence and the rage of thunder. Rise with everything they tried to take from you and everything you've built in their absence. Rise because you were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to become the very thing they fear. This is your storm. This is your moment. This is your power. They tried to break you, but in the process, they built you into something unshakable. They tried to silence you, but they gave you a voice that cannot be ignored. They tried to end you, but they awakened a force that cannot be stopped. So when they see you now, unshaken, unbreakable, untouchable, let them tremble. Let them remember the storm they created. Let them choke on the truth that the one they buried has become their greatest fear. And you, never forget it. You are the storm. You are the silence. You are the fire. And nothing, no one can take that away from you. If you feel this storm inside you, if you've walked through fire and still refuse to bow, then join me. Be part of this movement. Like this video, share it with those who need to hear these words and subscribe for more. Because this storm isn't ending here, it's only getting stronger. And together, we are the storm they fear.